right, so Mr. Blair, you're here in our courtroom with your attorney, Mr. Vogler, for sentencing on a probation violation. Have you had a chance to review the probation violation recommendations with him?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Vogler, do you have any additions or corrections to the information contained in that report?
Well, yes, under the evaluation plan, I guess that's the largest paragraph there that we see
Okay,
on the page, where there's a description of police spoke with some witnesses. One said the party had been going on for 3 days, and there had been talk amongst the partygoers of fighting each other. Another witness says they were calling her uncouth names and it threatened her, and she was scared to death. So I guess the upshot of my reading that is just that Mr. Blair had arrived. He'd only been there 1 day, and he didn't want, I guess he doesn't want guilt by association with regard to what's being said there. Some people may have been doing that, but it wasn't him.
well, do you have a particular recommendation about the language in that report, or is that just to clarify? I mean, I understand what you're saying, and when it says they were calling her uncouth names and had threatened her, I don't take that to mean that we know who it was, or that I'm not holding Mr. Blair accountable for those names or threats, because I don't know if he's the one that made them or not. But is there any change in the language you wish to propose, or did you just want to make sure that I understood that the same way you did?
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure you understood.
Okay, and thank you. That I think that's a valid point to make.
I think that's it, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Radsbon, any additions or corrections to the information in the report?
No additions or corrections, Judge.
Okay. And Mr. Vogler, anything you'd like to say on behalf of Mr. Blair?
I recognize Mr. Blair currently charged with resisting, assaulting, obstructing, and a disorderly conduct. He firmly has pled not guilty with regard to those charges, and at this point, he intends to go to trial on those. What's that? Well, at any rate, he does have some mental health issues. I think that's brought out in the report. He's never really had any good treatment with regard to those. So I guess on the positive side, with regard to this, he did stay out of trouble for a few years here until the end. Sought employment, got employment, worked, and I think that's what he intends to do when this is behind him.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Vogler. Mr. Blair, you're not required to make a statement at your sentencing, but it is allowed. Is there anything that you wish to tell me or no?
No, sir.
Okay. Mr. Radsbon, any recommendations from the people?
Yes, the judge initially, in terms of an initial period of incarceration, I would ask for the 9 months as opposed to 7 months. Mr. Blair was on probation with this court and quite frankly just took off. I was gone for almost over 3 years. In addition, a period of probation, total I would ask for 2 years.
All right, well, Mr. Blair, you're here for sentencing on violating your probation. You were on probation for a possession of drugs case. You were placed in the Swift and Sure sanctions probation program, which would give you an opportunity to address, some of the things your attorney mentioned and do so in a way that keeps you in the community. But it sounds like you never really started that program. That was back in 2018. I wasn't the initial sentencing judge on that. And I mean, am I reading that right, that you never really even started that program?
Oh, yes, sir. I drug tested like once or twice, and then I honestly have shy bladder. I tried to be, I had like my muscles tighten up. It wasn't really the problem of not smoking pot or drinking alcohol. It was just that, and then I had an opportunity to go get a job, and so I ended up leaving.
Okay. And then you went down to Florida for a job down there. Okay. All right. So you absconded from your felony probation. And then it's like 3 years before you end up back in the court. You come to Michigan about 8 months ago. You're working. So those are good things where you're, holding down a job, but you're still ignoring the fact that you've got this felony case out there. Probation is something that courts have done for well over 100 years instead of sending people to jail or prison, to use probation. And you took that as a blank check to just live life the way you wanted to, without, like, you almost didn't have a court case. So obviously probation doesn't work for you. So we're going to revoke your probation, remove you from the Swift and Sure Sanctions program, obviously. And so now I'm left with the only other tool in the toolbox is how much jail to give you. And the guidelines at the initial sentencing were 0 to 9 months. Your absconding on probation would certainly be grounds to exceed those guidelines. But the initial charge of the possession of the Xanax is not, among the worst cases that we see. So I'm not going to exceed those guidelines, but certainly just skipping out on court, and living life the way you want for 3 years means you're going to be at the top end of those guidelines. So I'm going to revoke your probation, sentence you to 9 months in the Presque Isle County Jail, and give you credit for 63 days that you've served previously. The fines and costs that were previously assessed, including restitution, it looks like you haven't paid a penny on those. Those are still due and owing. And when you're released, you got to make payment arrangements, or we're going to bring you back and throw you in jail for.
Put down whenever.
Well, you had money the last 3 years and didn't do anything about it, so I really don't trust you right now. So you'll have to show me. Otherwise, we'll bring you in and give you 90 days of jail for contempt every time you don't pay. All right, so Mr. Blair, you've got the right, or you've got the option, if you wish, to file an application for leave to appeal to the Michigan Court of Appeals to challenge your the sentence on the probation violation. So we're going to get you a copy of your appeal rates for probation.
I'll have to print them.
Okay, we'll have to get those to you. We're going to send you a copy of your appeal rights. One copy we're going to ask you to initial and give back to us. One is for you to fill out if you wish to appeal. If you can't afford an attorney, we would appoint one for you within 42 days. If you asked us within 42 days of today's date. You have any questions about that, sir?
No, sir.
Okay, good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right, good morning. What is your name, sir?
My name is Jerry Grove II, Your Honor.
All righty. All right, so good morning. We've started now the public access online as well as in the courtroom. We're in the 53rd Circuit Court for the County of Presque Isle, and we're calling first up from page 1, People of the State of Michigan versus Jerry Grove, file 21-93174FH. We've got Mr. Grove present from the Presque Isle County Jail by video. His attorney, Mr. Gilbert's in the courtroom, as is the prosecuting attorney, Mr. Radspawn. Mr. Gilbert, this is the time and date set for an arraignment.
It is, Your Honor.
Has Mr. Grove been provided with a copy of the information?
Yes, Your Honor.
Would you like the allegations read?
We'll waive the reading.
And how does he wish to plead to those
He's
allegations?
going to stand mute, Your Honor.
We'll enter a plea of not guilty on his behalf then. And is a forensic center referral requested?
Your Honor, we've already requested one, and Mr. Grove has passed that, so we will not be requesting
Okay.
one at this time.
It looks like through an anomaly of some scheduling issues we have, our August date is August 2nd. That's 3 weeks out. So our September date, though, is September 13th. You want a docket call September 13th then?
The docket call September 15th would be fine, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll schedule this then for docket call September 13th at 10 a.m. I'll schedule that to be held in person, but just like we did before the pandemic for all but sentencing hearings, the jail can always zoom in, you know.
Thank you.
Estimated length of trial?
2 days, Your Honor?
No more than 2 days.
Okay. Anything else for purposes of scheduling, counsel?
No, Your Honor, thank you very much.
Okay. All right, Mr. Grove, you have a good day, sir.
You too, Your Honor.
And what is your name?
My name's Justin Pettit, Your Honor.
All right. This case is from page 2, People of the State of Michigan versus Justin Pettit. It's filed 21-93176FH. And we have Mr. Pettit from the Presque Isle County Jail by Zoom. His attorney, Mr. Vogler, is with us in the courtroom, as is the prosecuting attorney, Mr. Radzaban. Mr. Vogler, has Mr. Pettit been provided with a copy of the information?
He has.
Would you like the allegations read?
No, we talked about it this morning, and so we're going to waive that.
Okay, we'll enter a plea of not guilty on his behalf then. Is a forensic center referral requested?
It's not.
Estimated length of trial?
I would say a day.
We could get this in today.
Okay. Docket call on September 13th, Mr. Vogler?
Yes, that's fine. Your Honor.
We'll schedule it for September 13th at 10 after 10 in the morning. Anything further on this file, Mr. Vogler?
No.
Mr. Radsman?
Nothing further. Thank you, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Pettit, you have a good day too, all right?
Thank you, you too.